Friends, it's wildly exciting to be getting together for part 2 of the great response to the question of who am I? Without responding to the question of who am I, we can't even begin to breathe. We can't walk. We can't create. We can't create love. We can't create politics. We can't create economics. Nothing. So answering the question of who am I? Who are you? Who are we? Is the source code out of which everything emerges. It's the inescapable framework from which we generate all of reality. Now, of course, you can't answer who am I, who are we, without answering where am I? Where are we? And out of the where and the who question comes the what question. What should I do? What should I do? What ought I do? What ought we do? So we're at this moment in time in the world in which all of the past and all of the future hangs in the balance. And we need to create the future. We need to be able to see around the corner and generate society. And the old visions of society, whether the closed societies or the open societies, are themselves breaking down from within. The natural movements of techno-totalitarian power are rising. And actually, this multinational, trans-global oligarchy of power, driven by unimaginable profit for an unimaginably small amount of people, is actually spreading through the planet as a kind of techno-feudalism hold emerges. The only response to that has to come from this bottom-up, self-organizing sense of, no, that's not who we are. No, that's not who I am. No, that's not the intention of Cosmos. And what ought we do? We ought actually come together and reject that vision and create a different world. Create that world that needs to be, that desperately wants to be born, and that will be born out of a history of a world of eros, a world of love, a world of love evolving towards its full possibility. It will emerge out of a world that has been personhood, right, moving to realize itself. It'll be a world in which human need and human desire is dignified, in which the irreducible uniqueness of every human being is recognized in order to enact, right, or as the methodology of enacting a unique self symphony. Now stay close for a second. So what we're doing is we're bringing together a series every 3 months of deep dive studies into what we understand to be the most advanced study we have today on the planet, which addresses this question of who are you? We call it Homo Amor, or unique self theory, or the four selves, or cosmorotic humanism, or the intimate universe, right? It goes by multiple names, but essentially it's a meta-theory of meta-theories that integrates the interior sciences across space and time with the exterior sciences across space and time, weaves them together into new synergy, which is this new story of value rooted in a shared grammar of value, which is the ground of civilization, the ground of economics, the ground of politics, the ground of relationship, the ground of sexing, right? The ground of creativity, the ground of kindness, the ground of everything. So what we're inviting you to is revolution. And revolution is grounded in vision, and vision is grounded in the field of value. Paradoxically today, both in the far right and the far left, whether that's in France, Germany, all through the European Union, Asia, United States, Japan. The major creative alternatives are not rooted in the field of value. Isn't that wild? The far right essentially are committed ideologues, people like Curtis Yarvin in the United States, kind of wild, creative, far right thinker, but who says value is not real. Or a kind of more World Economic Forum left thinker like Yuval Harari, value is not real. Or like a Sam Harris with his friend Maria Popova, creative thinkers, students essentially Sam of Derek Parfit, right, from Oxford. Value is ultimately not real. He's a moral realist, but he's saying the realism is that value is not real. We contrive it, we create it. So there's no field of value. Or fundamentalists emerging out of various religions who claim only my story of value is real. Wow. So we've got two fundamentalisms. We have a dogmatic left fundamentalism, a dogmatic right fundamentalism, a dogmatic religious fundamentalism, all of which are basically claiming value is not real, meaning if value is real, there's a universal field of value in which we all participate, which lives in us, which we can recognize, out of which we create a shared society, which is rooted in eternal objects that are always evolving. By objects, I mean realities. Without that, we have no chance. There's no chance to create a world that works for everyone, a world that's beautiful and stunning. So we're going to come together. We're going to go crazy deep into texts, into thought structures, into feeling structures, but not just as a kind of casual exploration, but as a revolutionary act filled with passion, filled with purpose, filled with direction, filled with inquiry, filled with integrity, honesty. So it's a lot. It's a big invitation, not a small one. If you're looking just to fill up your time with some easy listening station, wrong place. And if you're looking to step in and actually inhale, breathe in, right, to a different fragrance of what's possible, and to your stunningly unique contribution in it, your unique voice in it, in the most personal possible way. And you want to take your table at the seat of history, and you want to experience your transformation accurately as being the transformation of the whole. Let's do this. Okay, it'd be a crazy honor and privilege and joy to be with you there. Thanks.